it's important for us to keep you updated as to what's going on with COVID. And so as of a couple of days ago, there were 30 people who tested positive and were hospitalized in the ICU within Sonoma County. We want to make sure that we keep you updated that the likelihood of getting infected, it says that for people who are vaccinated, we are at 6.5 cases out of every 100,000 as compared to 13.7 or more than twice the high likelihood that you can get COVID if you are unvaccinated. We also asked the county to give us information about vaccines, and we learned that there are more Pfizer booster vaccines than Moderna, and that there are limited supplies in the clinics. What the County of Sonoma told us is that in the Roseland and Roner Park clinics or facilities where they're giving these boosters, they have some. And again, you are invited to reach out to them, and that the community health will get boosters next week. And this has been confirmed by the County of Sonoma. We also want to let you know that the vaccinated eligible population is fully vaccinated at 79%, and 6% is partially vaccinated. We're making a move to get everybody vaccinated, but it's moving really, really slow. So I asked the county for more data because I personally enjoy data, and I apologize if I'm going to bore you a little bit, but it's important that we get this information. Multiracial, non-Latinx people, 56.7% of them are not vaccinated. Within the Latinx community, 29% of them are not vaccinated. Within the Asian American community, 24% of the population is not vaccinated. Within the, and again, it's within that population. African Americans or Blacks, 21.5% of that population is not vaccinated. White population, almost 15% of them are not vaccinated. And Native American, Alaskan, American Indian, 10.6% of their population is not vaccinated. And when we start looking at age, which is something that I also wanted the county to provide me with that data, babies 6 months to 4 years of age, 82.6% of them are not vaccinated. 5 years to 11 years of age, 48.5% of them are not vaccinated. 12 to 15 years old, 25% of them are not vaccinated. And it's important to keep track. Besides adults, 16 to 24-year-olds have been the group that got the okay to get vaccinated almost the longest, and still 24% of the population is not vaccinated. And the last thing, the rest of the groups, 25 to 34, 35 to 44, so on and so forth, all the way to 74 years of age, less than 10% of them are not vaccinated in those groups. The other thing that is really important here for you to keep in mind is 75-year-olds and older, they want to live. And so every one of the 75 and older in this community are vaccinated, and many of them are boosted. And the other piece that I want you to think about is the possibility that a lot of individuals who have children, the adults, the parents got vaccinated because they had to do so maybe for their jobs, but they're still refusing to get their children vaccinated and therefore putting their kids at risk. So we want to make sure that you have that. And briefly, we wanted to combine that information with voting because voting matters. A lot of people in the state of California think that California is its own unique country, and to a certain degree, we are the 5th largest economy in the planet. As a result of that, we basically are our own country. But for people who think that this is a progressive state and that undocumented people will continue to benefit, look at the energy that is out there in California right now to change the numbers in the assembly, and of course, the governorship. And so it's important for you to understand who you are voting for. MECHA, the SRJC, is an organization within Santa Rosa Junior College, is what they call a club on campus, but they call themselves an organization. They have their own website. You can visit srjcmecha.org. You can find that on my Facebook page, DACA Sonoma County, on my Instagram, Líderes del Futuro. And if you go to that website, there are suggestions on who they endorse, what propositions they endorse, and what local measures for Sonoma County they endorse. srjcmecha.org. And that's the information we have for you in regards to COVID and the elections for today. The most important thing that we want you to do is remember to vote. Your voice matters. In a real democracy, you hold those elected accountable, and every few years, this is the equivalent of a revolution. You don't have to pick up arms. You don't have to use violence. You use a pen if you're able to vote, and you vote to eliminate the candidates that you don't like. You vote to get rid of candidates that you don't like. And this is how a true democracy makes things work. Whether you like the same candidates as the website I just suggested or not, you have the right to vote. And for those of you who are thinking about voting or not, remember those people who cannot vote, or undocumented immigrants and refugees, but also the children who are under the age of 18 who wish they had a voice. So we vote for them.